The Predator franchise has had its ups and downs, starting with the '87 classic with Arnold, that is still one of the true sci-fi classics even today. Then we got its sequel Predator 2 in 1990, which was not really a continuation of the first movie or the first story. We got introduced to new characters, and the movie takes place in Los Angeles. Here, suddenly it's about drug cartels, and the Predator watching them when they fight and then attacking them. So it's a total 180 from the first movie. While being stupid, it was very entertaining, with the main character being Lieutenant Mike Harrigan, played by Danny Glover. Like I said, while it's fun, it does take some liberties and goes in some crazy routes when it comes to story expansion and plot development. And then in 2010 we got Predators, at least when it comes to standalone Predator movies. Because before Predators we got both Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator 2. That released in 2004 and 2007. Predators, while being liked by most of the fan base, is just basically a copy and paste of the first movie. A group of soldiers basically just fighting the Predator, with the only difference being that there are several Predators. And I really didn't think that that movie was any good. Very flat characters, and just too much resemblance to the first movie, done in a much lesser way. The story of the first movie is simple, but it did its simplicity in an almost perfect way. All the characters had some personality, and they served a function in the story. In Predators, that just doesn't work. It just works as a forgettable entry in the franchise. Then we had to wait another 8 years for a new movie in the franchise, with The Predator from 2018, directed by Shane Black, who played Rick Hawkins in the first movie. He changed acting to writing and directing instead, in the 30 plus years since the original movie came out. And this was yet another misfire in the franchise. While the movie visually looked great, and there are some standout scenes, it was very stupid once again. The story was all over the place, and the characters once again fell flat, with a great cast and great performances. And it just felt like Hollywood just gave up on giving us good Predator stories. But we didn't have to wait that long to get a new movie. And we got it in 2022 with Prey, which took us back in time to 1719. And it is about a young Comanche named Naru. And Prey takes us back to the simplicity the first movie had. The Predator in this movie sees Naru as the perfect prey. And the franchise is again a smaller story about hunter versus prey. The movie is gorgeous visually, and Naru as a character is well written. The story is mostly good, with some stupid elements to it, but it is something much better than what we got before it, not counting the original movie. The director behind Prey, Dan Trachtenberg, he really understands this franchise. And that is what he shows yet again with Predator Badlands. He yet again reinvents this franchise and opens new pathways to telling stories in it. He shows that you can tell unlimited stories within this franchise, especially with Badlands. When I saw the trailer for this movie, I wasn't really looking forward to it because it didn't look interesting to me. But it really surprised me. And I can't really believe that they didn't do this before. Having the Predator as the protagonist. Having the Predator as a fully realized character. That is something totally new to this franchise. We actually care for the Predator. And with this particular Predator, Deck, we get to see his relationships with other Predators. And we get to see a fully realized arc for a Predator for the first time. And I have to say that I'm glad that they dared to do something new. The franchise wasn't really in a good state before Prey. And after seeing Prey and Predator Badlands, I'm really excited for what this franchise will do next. When it comes to the story, it's about Deck. He is a young predator, more specifically a runt. He's much smaller than the other predators, and they don't really appreciate that. Especially his father, Njor, who after a hunt tells Quaid, the older brother of Deck, to kill him, because he believes Deck is weak and he can only honor the clan in death. Quaid disobeys the order and takes Deck on his transport ship to Jenna. As they are about to launch, Deck is forced to watch Njor kill Quaid. And that's where this story really starts. Because when Deck crash lands on Jenna, he faces numerous environmental dangers. He meets Thea, a Weyland-Yutani synthetic, whose whole team was destroyed by the Kalisk, the most dangerous creature on the planet. And I won't really go into any more of the story. What I will say is that I think the story is great here. An actual well-written story for a Predator movie. That's something that we didn't get for 2 movies straight before Prey. And they managed to make Deck a very sympathetic Predator. In contrast with how the Predator has been presented in the other movies. Demetrius Schuster is great here as Deck. He plays Deck as noble and courageous, but with an inferiority complex because of his clan and especially his father. Dex and Thea are the 2 main characters we follow in this movie. And Elle Fanning is also great as Thea. Thea as a character is written very well, one of the most memorable synthetics in the franchise. And the dialogue between them bouncing back and forth is very fun and well written too. Thea is missing half her body, so throughout this journey and story, Deck has to carry her, and that makes up for some fun dynamics. And this movie won't be for everyone because of the quite big change from what we are used to seeing in the Predator movies. But I really do think it works fantastically here. I really do think it's one of the best Predator movies in the franchise, even better than Prey. But it's not going to go down well with all of the fans of the franchise, who wants more of the same, and just wants the Predator to be a hunter and hunting people. Don't get me wrong, the Predator in this movie is a hunter, but he's not really hunting people. There are not people in this movie, not many at least. So there's not really that much gore and blood. The kills here are mostly synthetics getting killed and other monsters getting killed. And that's why the PG-13 rating works. You still get violent kill scenes, but it's not humans mainly that are getting killed. The cinematography here is also fantastic. It's probably one of the best looking Predator movies to date. Shot with a lot of natural light. A lot of wide shots to show off the vastness of the Badlands. And how this planet is designed is really quite beautiful. Shot with a lot of slow tracking shots, mirroring the creeping tension of the jungle hunt. When it comes to the weaknesses of the movie, I really think that the villain wasn't that strong, nor interesting, and I actually wanted a longer runtime to just flesh things out. But all in all, I'm giving Predator Badlands a 7 out of 10. If you liked this video, please like, share and subscribe. Also, don't forget to smash the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my future videos. This has been Phantom Frame. Thank you so much for watching.